need to try and make that push to get homelessness, the numbers decrease. I know there was an initiative to end homelessness by 2015, and I know we've been making great strides, but we still need to do more work. Again, my name is Yvette Tucker. I would love to meet with you guys on a more personal note. Hopefully we can partner, we can collaborate. Again, I'm in the Veterans Resource Center, which is upstairs, room 207. My contact number is 323-241-5307. And I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you.
We've got a few more minutes. We want to stay and take some questions if we should. Okay, you got a presentation? Okay. All right, thank you for stopping by. Giselle, you have a question? Okay.
I wanted to piggyback off of what Ms. Tucker said as a veteran. As far as LAHSA goes, we do have vouchers for all veterans. We have actually received about, I think it's $10 billion worth of vouchers. So if you are a veteran, you are looking for housing, yes, we do have it available for you. Now, as far as receiving housing, that is the situation. Okay, that is the situation. We do have landlords that do not understand the process, or who are not willing to get involved, or who has some unreasonable prices, rates for you to spend, where you can only get some unlimited funding. But they do extend your voucher. If you have mental illness, or if you can't find a place, they will extend it to like another 30, 60 days. Finding houses is what the problem is. Finding homes, finding a place to go. And that's where LAHSA and many organizations are having trouble. It's not receiving the funding, it's where to use it at. Okay, so if we can get more people involved in as far as sheltering our homeless, not just veterans, sheltering our homeless, then we'd be engaged, we'd be all right. But because we have a lack of housing, we're trying to find a way to go. And the government is, their funding is kind of short, so we're trying to work with that as well. But yes, veterans do have vouchers, and we are giving them out. Please come, talk to a worker, go to Volunteers of America if you know them, and get that together. Volunteers of America? I know of several. The main building is on Wilshire. I think it's 3300 Wilshire Boulevard. They have other places like the Tea House, transitional housing down on Crocker Street, and I can't think of it.
But the website would be Volunteers.
Volunteers of America, yes. Yes. It's for anybody, not just veterans. Okay.
Is it a .org, .com?
.org.
.org. I think volunteersofamerica.org. Any other questions for our panelists? So we all know what we're to do. It's been suggested by Chase that when we hear about there being a program or information being shared, that we take a moment to get the information, and then we take the next step and share the information with those who may need it, or with those we're in contact with, so that they can be in contact with someone who may need it. We've been reminded by Professor Umoja that this is the beginning of a process, the beginning of a movement where students, faculty, staff, and administration at Los Angeles Southwest College want to address not just the homeless problem here, but recognize that as an institution in the community, there is a role for them to play. Our collaborative partners, Community Coalition, LA Mission, why am I guessing? I've got to listen. Marshall Housing Authority, the County Housing Authority, that there are opportunities for us to get involved and get engaged and to seek resources. On this campus, both Joni Collins and Yvette Tucker have talked about programs that they operate that have resources for homeless students. The question of confidentiality was raised, and we've suggested that the best way, Herb, this is an important point that I don't want to miss, the best way to help someone who may be homeless or that you think may have a homeless issue is to develop a relationship with them, to get to know them, to develop a sense of understanding and trust between you and they that allows you to suggest where they can go for services or to offer resources that will be understood and accepted because you now have a relationship, have accepted some responsibility, and are willing to assist. We thank our speakers today for coming and presenting. But let me reserve the applause for a young lady who, I'm looking for it. Where did Lynette run off? There you come on. We met, I'm not even sure how we met. I just know that all of a sudden, I was engaged in a conversation with Lynette. And as the foundation director at that time, I was trying to listen to figure out, well, how can I help? What can the foundation do? And then I realized that she wasn't having a conversation with me, she was recruiting me. See, she wasn't asking me for help, she was like, you were gonna be part of the team. So when I told her I was no longer with the foundation, she just continued with the sentence, and then, but you will be here on, what's the date, 10th. You will be here on the 10th. And I was like, okay, I'm with you. I'm going to go to the meeting. I know I'm early, but I'm going to go to the meeting. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. I had no idea why I was going to do those things, just that the power of the personality and the conviction of the individual is genuine. Genuine. Look, come on here. I shared earlier that I was an elected official. I was on the city council in Inglewood for nearly 20 years, mayor for 3 of those years. And I can tell you that a lot of folks have come and said, hey, I need your help. And I personally come from that space where you say, okay, how can I help you? Which means you volunteered to go do something now. It's not as we talked about a conversation without commitment. But with Winnetka, it was like, okay, I'm going to change what my priorities might be right now. And then I realized, no, I'm going to change my priorities because Winnetka's got an agenda. She's got a plan. She's got a committee of people who meet with her regularly to program. And so when my phone rang at 7:05 the other morning, and it wasn't, hello, Danny Tabor, or hello, Mr. Tabor, it was, the committee has met and we have decided that you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and here's where you're going to need to be and do it. I was like, okay. My wife said, well, who did you just say okay to? I said, Winnetta. She said, well, where do you have to be? Because she knew it was an assignment, because she could hear it. Okay? So I hope today I fulfill this assignment. I know, because I've stopped you from writing notes on this sheet, that you have some other assignments for me. But ladies and gentlemen, the lady who is the energy behind the push to make us all do the right thing at the right time. Winnetta.
Everyone that came out to support us, and I don't know where this journey is taking me, but I just know God is good, and I've been in and out of prison, and I've been there and done that, and as I see our young generation today, I figure we the ones started this. Where can we get in to give back in a positive, successful way, giving them an opportunity to have a second chance in life. So therefore, I figured that we could address the issue that's in need. I came home and I knew out of all the time that I stayed in and out of prison, I kept a license for cosmetology. So when I came home, I've been home for 4 years. I opened up a beauty salon. This Nikki's Reflection Beauty and Apprenticeship Program. And this is where we have our apprenticeship people come in, one that's coming out of prison, one that's homeless, one that's walking street or whatever. So basically it's an apprenticeship program, but the doors is open for any task that they may need addressed. Somehow we might have gumbo to cartoons to theater nights to whatever is needed on Western and Century. It's valuable. But I just want to go back to say that after I opened up this apprenticeship program, I just wasn't content because I just didn't feel like this was my passion. So once I got with Gilbert and he got to talking about Prop 47, cleaning up the records, I feel like that was something that affected me because I started here in 2001 for law. After I got to the 3rd law class, it was a hinder for me because of my fellas. I've been fighting to get my kids out of the system to this day, my grandchildren. I'm fighting now, okay? And we have jobs and everything else. Like I said, it wasn't an issue for me because I have my own business. But to know that I can get somebody else's record cleaned up, get them cleaned up, and get them a successful, good-paying job. And then we had a target over here about the 100 days, 100 nights, where I mediate in this area, and I wanted to make a difference for the labor that we had in our community. So as I said, that was my passion, and when I found out that I could give somebody else a second opportunity to make a difference in life, that's what my focus was. So, like I said, it's been hard work, but like I said, I get a license to operate for gangs. I'm from Ceasefire, okay? I work for Community Coalition in Westmont. I am a strong advocate for Westmont. Right now, we're bringing awareness to how do we address these issues. And our next event that we will be having will be April the 21st, Thursday, between 1 and 3. And we want to bring out all our government officials to address right back here, because we're not going to go with the theater issue. And right now, we appreciate where we're at now. We're in a hole in the wall. We're going to make it happen. Okay? But we want to address the issue, and we want them to step up to the plate and address some of these issues and concerns in the 2nd District. Mark Riley Thomas, okay, we would like for him to cordially come out and share some of these concerns about the homelessness. I want to thank everybody, and like I said, I would like Community Reflection to stand up, and everybody's been involved in support this for Community Reflection. Piece together. For those that don't know, you never know who's in your midst. And like I said, from Danny Tabor to JJ, to Baker, to Gerald Thomas, I've been there and done that, okay? And like I said, I'm the one that have the license to operate in this community, and I am the one I feel like God gave me this vision, okay, to make a difference, to make a change. And if nobody can do it better than me, okay, like I said, I don't think the issues that are going to get addressed in the appropriate way. You know, because like I said, I done touched avenues and everything a person. So God